This is Christine from Waldorf.
Hey, last name? Morgan. Very good. Welcome. Just joined.
Brandon Wilder.
Oops, talked over each other. The male voice, who was that?
I'm Brandon. I'm from Forward Dental in Franklin, Wisconsin.
What's your last name?
Wilder.
Wilder. Okay, welcome. And I'm sorry, who the woman that talked at the same time?
It's Kenzie Kramer from Metro.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Welcome. Did somebody join?
Wire.
Hey, right here. Okay, so if you're on the phone, is there anybody on the phone who is not in the web meeting? And if so, there's a WebEx meeting going, and if you go to the Outlook invite, within the invite there's a link to the WebEx meeting. Click instructions. It takes a minute sometimes. If you're not able to do that, I did email this presentation, I think, on Wednesday evening, and you should have it in your email, and we're going to be following the presentation. So if you're not able to join the web meeting, you want to open that presentation, you'll be good to go. And if you can't do either of those things and you're just on the phone, you'll still get a lot of the call, I think. So let's see. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get going, but what I'm going to ask you to do is at the end, I'd like to circle back on the attendance, so please do not hang up at the end until I'm done taking attendance. I want to make sure I capture the people who have attended this meeting as accurately as possible to make sure all of the team leaders. Okay, so this is Ed at the NRG. Welcome to October Service Month 2017, and welcome to the October Month 2017 Teeter Information Meeting. I'd like to just start off and thank you a great deal for agreeing to be a team leader in October Service Month. This is our, I think, 4th October Service Month, and it's turned into a really fun an annual event at American Dental Partners, and I think something that a lot of people really look forward to every year. So I know many of you have been involved in past October Service Month, so thanks for your support of this event. So what I do here this morning is give you information that you'll need to be successful in your role as a coach or a team lead, excuse me, as team captain as we're calling this year. Let's start just talk briefly about why do we do October Service Month. Well, service and service culture has always, literally since the day American Dental Partners was founded in the late 90s, service has been a critical component of who we are at American Dental Partners. One of our core ideology and strategic goals is quality care and service. I have that hanging up in my office at work, and I think many of you have it hanging in your practice, along with there's other core ideology and strategic goals as well. But quality care and service is certainly one of them. In recent years, you've heard that we are all patients. That was some of our best practices meeting a few years back. And the needs of the patient comes first. That's a key thing around here. And the ADP Service Academy, which was founded I think 3 years ago now, was driven out of the concept that the needs of the patients come first. So service always has been a critical component of our culture at American Dental Partners, and it's really that outstanding patient experience and providing our patients with that top-notch service is really one of the ways that we feel like we can differentiate ourselves from the patient out there, in addition to obviously, the quality care that we're known for. Really are at the core of what we do, and the idea of October Service Month is just to take a month every year and just sort of refocus everybody on that, make sure that's not lost on anybody. And the other reason that we picked October is because the first week of the month, every October, is National Customer Service Month. So, National Customer Service Week. So when we were thinking about what month to do Service Month when we first had this idea, we said October because the first week of the month is always National Customer Service Week. It's the same this year. Your role as a team leader is to Lead your team in Service Month activities. So you're here today in this meeting. You get some information. We're going to give you some suggestions or ideas for activities. There are more ideas than suggestions. Feel free to use those ideas. But I want to strongly encourage you to feel free to make up your own activities. Be creative with this and have some fun with it. Try as many people on your team involved as possible. Maybe, as the days go by in the month and the weeks go by, you may have people who are really one week and they may not be able to participate as much, and the next week they're more active. But try to get everybody on the team involved as much as you possibly can. The other thing I want to emphasize is that this October Service Month is not meant to be an activity where it's putting a lot of stress on you or on your office in terms of, the need to get things done. You can do as much or as little with October Service Month and the activities as your practice has time for. So it's meant to be a fun thing. It's not meant to be something that you're stressed about deadlines and, I don't think we did enough this week or what have you. Don't stress about it. Have fun and, get your team engaged and do what you feel like they're ready to do. So, a little bit the month, this and the theme for this year. So the theme of October Service Month this year is serving the patient, and the letter and the word patient each stand for a component of outstanding patient service. So the P stands for positive attitude, E stands for appreciation of our team members, of each other, appreciation of our patients. T stands for teamwork. We know how critically important teamwork is, providing an outstanding patient experience. The I stands for initiative, with the idea being that anybody in the practice can take the initiative to provide outstanding service to a patient or suggest a better way of doing something that might put the patient's needs more in the center. The E for empathy. We talk a lot in a lot of our training programs about the importance of empathy as a part of driving the service experience. And then the T stand for nurture and trust. We broke out those letters into themes, and each week is going to have a theme, and you can see them there on the left. The theme for week 1 is P, positive attitude, and A, appreciation. The theme for week 2 is teamwork and initiative. The week 3 is empathy, and the theme for week 4 is nurture and trust. So it's for you to conduct activities in your practice associated with those themes. Also, and you can see in the calendar, we have also, for each day, for just about every day in the month, we have identified what day that is in the month. And just about every day of the year, if you Google calendars, you can find just about every day of the year is celebrating something. So, for example, in the first week, the Monday is Custodial Workers Day, and Wednesday's Taco Day, and Friday's Hygienist Appreciation Day. And that week in the blue there, you can see, as I said earlier, is Customer Service Week. Do activities around the days of the month if you used to. So, for example, you could have a Mexican potluck lunch on the Wednesday of the first week for Taco Day, or a potluck lunch on the 25th for the day, examples. So, week themes. In a minute, I'm going to give you some ideas for activities that you could conduct for each week of the month around the themes. The days of the month that you can focus on that as well. Let me see what questions, if any, do you have at this point?
I'm good.
So let's talk about week 1 now. The theme of week 1 is positive attitude and appreciation. Here are some ideas for activities. And again, they're just ideas. You feel free. In fact, I encourage you to be creative and make up your own ideas. So first of all, there's going to be an all-company email message that goes out on Monday with some thoughts on positive attitude and appreciation. And that's not something you have to worry about. You'll receive that. The OSM committee is putting that together. So the idea for an activity is you could put a whiteboard or a poster board in the waiting area of your practice, or if you have any resource team members on the phone in the office, where team members can post notes of appreciation for patients if you're in a practice, and if they choose to, could post notes of appreciation for your team, maybe specific members of the team, maybe the team overall. Yeah. You could a whiteboard or poster board in the break room of your practice. That will be specifically for team members, obviously. Your patients typically don't go in the break room. Team members could post notes of appreciation for each other, maybe catch each other doing something right or providing outstanding patient service, and put it on the whiteboard or on a piece of paper and tag it up, whatever the case may be.
Okay.
Mexican potluck lunch for Taco Day. Already mentioned that one earlier, on Wednesday. You could, since it's customer service week, you could choose to give every patient that comes into your practice that week, or that week, a small token of your appreciation, maybe a card or something along those lines. You could decide to do something nice for one of the vendors, the folks that serve you guys in the practice. So, for example, the crew that cleans your practice, or mailman, or the FedEx delivery guy, or anybody else that you depend on for service. You could tend to appreciate them. You could run a contest. You could nominate team members for acts of kindness with a drawing for a small prize every week. So those are some ideas for you. Again, creativity and thinking. You want to do these? You can. So week 2 is teamwork and initiative. So there'll be an all-company email message from the OSM Plan Committee you'll receive, and everybody else will receive. And some ideas for activities this week. You could invite your team members to share a personal fact about themselves that others don't know. And somebody on the phone yesterday suggested you could do this on a whiteboard and make it anonymous. So you could put a whiteboard in the break room and have everybody write a personal fact on the whiteboard throughout the week about themselves that nobody else knows, and you could try to who's who, figure out whose person fact goes with which person. That's a fun activity sometimes, and you'd be surprised. You probably some people you'd never think be or what have you. In fact, do. Way to know each other a little better. Invite team members to share an idea about how to improve a process in the practice. So that's related to the initiative theme of this week. So get thinking about how we make things better here, and it doesn't matter who you are in the practice. Everybody has the ability to share an idea and get into it. You could paint rocks and hide them in the practice. This is evidently a kind of a fun fad that's been going on lately, where people are painting rocks and hiding them around different locations, and encourage people to find them. So you could hide them in the practice or just outside, challenge people to find them. You could maybe even get patients involved in that if you choose to. A scavenger hunt activity. You could make up a scavenger hunt activity. The last one is you could invite your fellow members to bring in a baby photo and try to guess who's who, and you could do that anonymously. Have fun with that. Ideas for activities around teamwork and initiative. Encourage you to make up your own.
Okay.
We is empathy, and there'll be another all-company email message around empathy. And for activity ideas, you could get your team members to come up with their own definitions of empathy and post them on a whiteboard, write them down on a piece of paper, and share them. Get a dialogue and discussion going on in your practice around empathy. You could to engage in a community service activity to collect items for a donation to a local charity, so a food drive, or those of you in Minnesota, winter's coming, and other winter climates, you could do a coat drive ahead. Another idea, you could invite team members to read a good article about the importance of empathy and discuss it. So encourage everybody to Google our articles on empathy, and there's a lot out there. If you just type empathy into the Google engine, stuff comes up. Week 4 is nurture and trust. The other all-company email message. And some practice activity ideas. You could have a pasta potluck lunch for Pasta Day, which I think is the Wednesday that week. You could host a community night where the team hosts activities in the parking lot or some other common area if you have that ability, and invite community members to attend. Maybe some food and some games. You could You could do a candy buyback program where patients bring in candy and it's donated to the troops overseas on the day after Halloween. So you might want to even start publicizing this one, earlier in the month. You don't have to wait for week 4. If you want to do this, put up signs in your practice so all your patients in the month of October see that you're doing a candy buyback, and then the day after Halloween, they can drop off the candy at your practice. We had a member of the planning committee do this activity in her practice a few years back, and I wish she got like over 100 pounds worth of candy. It was an amazing amount of candy. You could do a pumpkin carving contest. I think one of the days of the week is Pumpkin Day. Okay, so those are just some ideas for activities. And again, at the risk of beating a dead horse, your creativity is strongly encouraged here. Don't feel like you need to stick to these activities. How are we gonna know what's going on out there as you start to engage in activities? We in past years we've created an October Service Month Connect community, and I'm going to pop out there in a minute and actually show it to you. But this is where we want you to document your activities with posts on the Connect site. And we've created a topic for each week of the month. I'll show you that in a minute. But we encourage you to make posts on the Connect site for each week, and you can put descriptions of what you're doing. You can put pictures. You can put short videos. The site does have a file size upload limit. So I think a video longer than about 60 or 90 seconds, you may have problems uploading that to the site, but you can play around with that. You can do all of the above. But we will see and maybe hear about what you're doing on the Connect site. And the Connect site is going to be accessible to everyone in the company as well. So we're going to encourage, you guys are the team leaders, you'll be the ones posting, but everybody else in the company will be able to go out there and see what you posted. They'll be able to comment on it if they choose to, that kind of thing. About pictures and videos. If you choose to include any patients in your videos or pictures, that's perfectly okay, but every single one of the patients in a picture or video must, it's on the word must, sign the release form to agree to be in the picture or video. Really no exceptions to this. So you can send the release form to me, just keep on file, but if I ask for them by somebody at the NRG, or if you get asked for it by somebody, you want to have that on file. So if you're going to take a picture or video that includes patients, just explain what it is that you're doing. Explain it's October Service Month. We're taking some pictures or we're shooting a video. Would you be willing to be in it? If they say yes, get it on the release form quickly and provide you with a copy of that release form in a minute. If no, obviously they're not comfortable, then you can't include them.
Ed, can put that release form, because I know we don't have a way or to identify in the practice where it is to keep it. Would it be acceptable to put that into their patient electronic dental record and then just label it?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
October
Yep.
Service Month?
I like that idea. Yeah.
Okay.
So scan it in and put it in the record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have to do it for our staff members too.
No, you have to do it for staff members. It's just for HIPAA reasons, patients, it's an absolute must. Don't need to do it for staff. Yep. I wouldn't. You don't have the staff to sign the form, but I would ask your staff before you go around taking pictures and shooting video just to make sure they're comfortable being in it. That's the courtesy. You don't have them to sign it. Yep. The other is I would encourage you to comment on other teams' posts. Look at other practices in your affiliate. Look at other affiliates, what they're doing, and comment and get some good going on the Connect site. So let me show the Connect site. Most of you have already been out to it because you registered to be a team leader. Log me out, so I'll just log back in again quickly. I'm going to connect all communities, and I'm going to find the 2017 OSM. And I'm I'm going to click on topics. Okay, so you'll see the first thing I want to point out is you have an October Service Month Team Leader Resources topic. This is a topic that only you as teamers have access to. So other than the company who are not leading a team in October Service Month will not see this topic when they log on to the site. But you and leaders do. You click in this topic, and I posted this. The presentation that we're reviewing in this meeting is right here available for download. If you want to download that, you just click the link, and you can download it for all the options. The logo of October Service Month for this year, which is the October Service Month Serving the Patient, is available. If you want to use the logo in any of your presentations that you put together, totally optional. You don't have to do that, but if you want to. And then lastly, here's the photo release form that you download. So download this and maybe make some copies of it if you're going to plan to take pictures or shoot a video. It'll be there all month, so you can come back to it. Okay. Topics. So I've created a week 1 topic. So this is where you're going to want to post your updates on your week 1 activities around positive attitude and appreciation, or any of the days. There's nothing here right now, but you'll want to come in here starting next week and create a posting. You can create a discussion if you're uploading a picture or video. You can create a file. Though you don't, I wouldn't suggest doing a Q&A or suggestion. You should either do a discussion if it's a text-based or a file. That's where week 1 activities go, and then week 2, week 3, week 4, there's topics for those as well. And again, the whole company is going to have access to the site, and we'll start sending emails and encouraging people to visit the next week. So your fellow team members will be able to come in here and click in these week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4 topics and see what's going on, and hopefully get engaged.
Hey, this is Tiffany. How are you this morning?
Good. How are you?
Hey, I just had a quick question. I'm going to have to change my leader at my Germantown office, and so I just was thinking about just emailing you the new leader's name. I just wanted to let you know she's here on the call with me now.
Yeah, you just give me the name right now. I can take it.
Awesome. Her name is Kiana. It's K-E-I-O-A, and her last name is White, W-H-I-T-E. She would be the leader for the Germantown office.
Very good. All right, Kiona, if you're listening, I will add you to as a team leader in the Learning Center here right after we're done with the meeting, and it might take a few minutes, but eventually you'll have access to the Team Leader Resources area of the site.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Great. On the Connect site, how do you use the community? Okay. As in past years, we're going to be giving away some awards, weekly awards and monthly awards for the most engaged and creative teams. So we're going to be giving away, for each week of the month, we're going to be giving away a $50 gift card to the practice or the team that we feel is the most engaged and creative. And we're going to assess that by your looking at your Connect site activity postings and things. So at the beginning, probably, at the beginning of the following week, where we look at it and announce the winner of the previous week. But we're doing that for each week of the month, and team is going to get it. The winning team is going to get a $50 gift card, just one team per week. And at the end of the month, we're going to make an overall assessment of the most engaged and creative team, and the first place team is going to get a $500 gift card. And it'll just be like a Visa gift card, so the team can choose to do whatever they want with that. Take everybody out to dinner, the sky, whatever you can buy for $500. Place is going to get $300 gift card, and third place will get a $150 gift card. So the possibility exists that if you're doing a good job, you could win one or more of the weekly awards, and then you could win one of the monthly awards at the end too. Surprises here. Just a few. Somebody gonna say something?
No, sorry.
Oh, okay, that's all right. Just a few things to keep in mind as you're having fun with October Service Month. Don't go into your activities. Don't break any of your practice rules regarding the use of cell phones or other equipment. I know you have, most practices have use regarding team member use of cell phones, so keep that in mind. In general, I would, engage with your practice manager. If you're not, some of you are practice managers, but if you're not a practice manager, go talk to them and run by activities that you're planning on doing with them, get their support, and make sure that you're not getting away with any of the rules you have. But I'll just mention, your activities shouldn't interfere with patient care. Hopefully you're going to have a lot of fun with this, but at the end of the day, we're all still there to care for patients, so shouldn't get in the way of that. Don't waste supplies as a part of any of your activities. Again, patients must sign the release form if they agree to be in any picture or video. And again, just make sure practice manager's in the loop about what you have planned and that there's support. Okay. What questions do you have? Again, please don't drop off until I finish taking attendance. Before I do that.
No, I don't think so.
I'm just going to look in the web meeting and ensure I've got everybody in the web meeting accounted for. Betty, what's your last name, Betty? Hutchins. Okay. Who's logged on as Forward Dental? Somebody? What was that?
I'm just Forward Dental in Franklin.
When somebody logged into the web meeting and they typed Forward Dental as their name, did somebody know who did that?
I've done that. Yeah, it's me. Forward Dental Franklin. This is Brandon Wilder.
I already got you earlier. Very good, Brandon. Okay, thank you. Good. Okay, thanks, Jordan. I got you. Thanks, Jennifer. Got you. Laura Fisher. Okay. Carrie, Monique, Sarah, and Tiffany. I think I got everybody in the web meeting. Okay, one last time, is there anybody on the phone who is not logged into the web meeting who hasn't already given me your name?
Hi, Ed, it's Dawn. Jerade Angelo.
I'm sorry, your last name again?
Johnson.
John. Hey, John, how are you?
Good.
Good. And who's your Don?
AJARE Angelo.
Deanna. Okay.
Yep, got it. Okay.
Very
I
good.
believe I'm logged in as well. I'm doing it from my house, not from the office.
Okay, name?
Jeni, Jenidarden.
Great. Got it, Jenny. Thank you. Anybody on the phone?
You got on a white, right?
And last name?
White, the one I just deleted, the new leader for Germantown. She's actually in here with me.
Yep. I'm going to add Kiana.
Okay, Juanita Greer. Do you have Juanita Greer?
Got her. Yep. Yep.
Lauren Boyd.
You have Grace Bollinger?
Lauren Boyd?
Yep.
Lauren Boyd. Got you. Thanks, Lauren. Okay. Well,
I'm actually at home as well. Melinda Jones.
Good, Melinda. Excellent. Thank you. Anything else?
Grace Bollinger?
Last name again?
That's boy. ULLINGE.
Granger. Got you. Grace. Thank you. Okay. Anybody else hasn't given me your name yet? Thank you so much for attending the call. As we get going here, I'm available for questions. Shoot me a note. Happy to support you. So thanks for your.
Thank you.
Thank you.